guys, T2RX6 here, back with a third party and first party review in the ways of the Whirl upgrade kit. Now this is not the Head Robots Whirl upgrade kit for the Dark of the Moon Vortex. I have this one on order. It's actually waiting in my pile of loot at BBTS. Whenever I ship it, we will get a review on this one too. But we're actually doing Head Robots' first Whirl upgrade kit, which was for the, I believe, Revenge of the Fallen. It could have been the original movie, but I'm pretty sure it was Revenge of the Fallen Whirl. And this came in a 2-pack with Bludgeon. I do not have Bludgeon, so I didn't get that kit. But yeah, so you can see it's the Blackout mold. And actually this kit was like a convention exclusive by Mega Toy Fan. And it's kind of hard to come by. It's not the same type of Head Robots kit that, you know, we're used to, where it has that nice packaging. This is one that I'm pretty sure Head Robots just ended up scrapping, and they were able to actually, Mega Toy Fan was able to actually convince them to make the kit for him as a convention type exclusive. So this is Gyro 2011. I've had this for like probably about a year now, and I've always wanted to review it. And so I figured with the new one coming out, now's the time to get it done. So you can see it's just a Ziploc bag with some staples in it. I got everything out pretty carefully so I didn't have to rip anything. But yeah, that's all. Just a piece of paper. Inside the kit you get, of course, the head, but I can't show you that. It is actually on Whirl right now. I didn't want to take them completely apart. You get these 2 wings right here. You get these 2 guns. And then you get these 2 like rocket type pods. Now these little rocket pods are shaped very specifically because you can take them and you can actually combine them with the gun, and it's really more for the helicopter mode than it is anything else, so I'll show you that after. And you can see this one has the part sticking out, and it will just plug right in, if you have it the right way, to the back of the gun here and look like this. Now this is like a resin kit. These are not the highest of quality materials. It's something like you could expect someone on you know, a message board casting parts. That's the type of material we're looking at. It's not the usual Head Robots really nice sturdy plastic. That said, because it is a garage kit, you are going to probably have to do some sanding to make things fit, because the tolerances weren't exactly perfect. So let's take our Whirl here, and here he is pre the upgrade kit. You know, pretty nice. He does have the gimmick where you can push this little trigger and spin his blades, but the only thing I never liked about these types of gimmicks is when you do it and then you let go, it just stops spinning. There's no way to just keep it spinning without having to keep doing it over and over. You also have on the back here, the compartment drops open to reveal a little life raft type thing with a tent on it, and that is an extra weapon for Whirl here, and I'll show you that when we're in robot mode. So let's actually put this upgrade kit on. Let's actually get this life raft to actually stay where it's supposed to. There we go. So what you do, you have the wings, there's 2 sides on them. You can either have the line side up or like kind of the air vent side up, whichever one you really prefer. It really doesn't make too big of a difference. I'm gonna just put the line side just because you got the arrows pointing up, so whatever, you do whatever you like. And that, what it does is it plugs into his fist right here to kind of hide his fist hole a little bit better. So just so you get like this kind of look from the side, which looks nice, versus this one where you can see his fist. So we'll put that on again on this side, plug it on in, and there you go. That part is done, at least, and that gives him a nice, you know, a little bit of a wing type look on the helicopter, a little bit more aggressive looking. I kind of like how that looks. Now these ones here, you can put in these holes if you have sanded down the pegs and stuff to make them fit. I haven't bothered doing that. Let's see if we can get it in to there. This one, now see, this hole is too big for this peg. It probably would fit the one that goes in his hand, but I'm not going to worry about it. Alternatively, you have the forward holes, and you can actually plug it into these ports on the front here, which I'm not sure, I've never tried it, but they really look like Minicom ports. But yeah, you can plug them in like this on each side to give his helicopter mode a much more aggressive looking, you know, war machine type look. So it's a nice little upgrade for the helicopter. It's nothing too earth shattering, but it's nice. We'll take this off again. And we'll leave the blades on, because you can actually leave them attached to the hands. And we'll just take these and we're going to split them apart again, like so. And just put them to the side for now. So let's actually get to transforming this guy. Let's see if we can transform this guy, because it's been a long time since I've transformed the blackout mold. So we'll take this and we'll just kind of fold that up. And we'll drop this down and flip it around to the top. And just get that done immediately. Peg it in so it stays firm. Now what we're going to do is unpeg his legs here, and we'll unpeg his arms on each side here. And if I'm doing it the wrong way, I apologize. Like I said, haven't messed with this mold for a long time. Open up the top right here, and then just kind of take this and flip it however you like. I like them kind of flush here. We'll work all that out after we're done. Now we can take this part and unpeg it from the side of the helicopter here. That was what I was trying to do. And then we can swivel this assembly around and rotate this up like that, and it sort of locks in place. I actually have the evac version of this mold, and it really doesn't hold in there very well. We'll flip this around, flip everything, bring down his ski type feet, open up the back of the leg and bring down the extra foot, and it basically, this panel just kind of sits in that groove to give it a three-dimensional shape. I gotta be honest, I do like the engineering of this blackout mold, for considering it's a movie mold, and I'm not necessarily a huge fan of the movie molds anymore. So anyway, once we got that, you can see Whirl's head is revealed here, and now it's a matter of getting everything into the correct position, which is always a struggle, I feel. There we go. You want that like this basically, and we're gonna bring these side panels on down and around, and there's these little holes right there that'll tab into these tabs. So we just gotta position it the right way. And if we position it correctly, we should be able to plug everything on into the holes like that. And something got messed up back here. Here we go. Like that. Now we'll take this, we'll flip these little panels, these little panels that are just on a little hinge joint here. They like to fall off. And just kind of take them and just fold them on up a little bit nicer. Because that is the side of his arms. And I lost one of his feet. And there you go. You've got Whirl in his robot mode. And like I said, you still can keep the wings attached here, and you know, they sit pretty decently along the back there. The head sculpt looks pretty nice. It's obviously not a very typical Whirl body, because Whirl is very much a skinny little robot, but I kind of like this really brute looking Whirl. In fact, since Whirl is a wrecker, this is the kind of appearance that I kind of imagine a wrecker Whirl to have. Just that big bulky appearance. So that actually looks really good, and it's much better than his stock head. Your mileage may vary, you may not like it quite as much. Now, you can also take all his weapons here, and of course, give him some hand weaponry, because what's a wrecker without a whole ton of weapons? So of course they just are your standard 5mm pegs. And then what these ones are actually designed to do is they have these little posts on the side. And what they're set to do here is he's got these little ports on the side, and you just kind of plug them in there to kind of give them some like leg mounted rocket pods or whatever. And there you go, you've got a Whirl who's pretty armed to the teeth. And in my opinion, I think that looks really, really good. I really like that. I am very anxious to see when we get the when I get this kit in, how he looks, because this is kind of more your classic Whirl body by the way it looks. But I just like this as a reimagined wrecker Whirl. So yeah, he looks pretty good. Articulation on this toy is pretty decent. You know, you got the swivel here, you got the hinge joint on this side, you know, a lot of rotation at the knee. This armor can move out of the way for you. Whoops, took that off. The shoulder here, pretty good range of motion. It is hindered by all the junk hanging off his back, but it does have some good rotation, and also the side hinge joint. Good elbow, good bicep swivel, really all the articulation you really would want out of the Transformer toy. So no complaints there. So I said earlier that I have the evac mold, and he does have the head that Whirl came with here, and here is the evac mold, and I like that. I like that the Head Robots kit really helps differentiate, you know, between the two characters a lot better with that different looking head. Also, you'll see my evac is sporting his little tent life raft gun. So before we call this video a wrap, I just wanted to point out that one of the big problems with the Blackout mold has always been this big backpack that kind of gives him that third leg to stand on. If you don't like it, or you maybe want to differentiate a character on the shelf, it does just peg in like so, and gives you a different look. So let's bring back out that evac here, so you can see you just can get a very different look if you just take that backpack off, which does really enhance, you know, the things you can do with the figure here. So yeah, this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I know that the Gyro kit for the Revenge of the Fallen Whirl has not really been reviewed very much on YouTube, so hopefully you guys saw something that you haven't seen before. And stay tuned, because when the next pile of loot ships, I will have the Head Robots Whirl kit for Vortex. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week.